Why don't we have a substantive defense minister since the demise of our...
What will the substantive do that the ministry cannot do presently?
Why did we create that ministry? Why do we appoint ministers in those stead? You have a minister for finance whom you have doubled as the minister for defense. Already at the Ministry of Finance, things are not working. He's facing challenges.
Yeah, Cocoa people.
We in Parliament, we've not even seen the Minister for Finance, who is also a member of Parliament, for over a month. The minister is overly engaged. And you have this at hand. Both Minister for Environment and Defense are dead. How many months down the line? And up till today, you've not appointed minister. Why do we have the Ministry for Defense?
But there's a
substantive deputy from a deputy.
There's a deputy. There's also the Interior Minister. There's a Foreign Affairs Minister.
This is where the problem is. We are having structural security breakdown because you see, when you have a Minister for Interior, whom you have also doubled as Minister in charge of National Security, already at the Interior Ministry, domestically, we are having challenges. Now you also have a Minister for Finance who is doubling for Minister for Defense. And all of these in terms of the intelligence gathering, the movement, the assignment of military personnel, you don't have the Ministry of Interior providing security at our borders. That is a function of the Defense Ministry. And so this whole thing is a problem, not only putting the blame or the challenge at the appointment of a minister, but it is imperative that we get a Minister for Defense. Else, why do you have the ministry? But importantly, from the submission of my colleague here, there are lots of inconsistencies. The first point is that they did not attack Ghanaians.
Only Ghanaians.
Only Ghanaians. No, he said that attack, there is a narrative to suggest that the terrorists targeted Ghanaians. No. And he's trying to establish that they did not.
Is that not a fact?
The information that we have is that before they were attacked, they took the identification. They knew they were Ghanaians before they attacked them.
They were on a rampage.
No. They knew their identity as Ghanaians. So if they had no intention of killing the Ghanaians, they would have let them go. So you cannot single out the fact that...
He's not saying that they didn't intend to kill Ghanaians. What I heard him say, and you have repeated, is that they didn't target Ghanaians. But so there were other casualties.
So when they identified that they were Ghanaians, if the jihadists don't have a reason because of whatever information is available to them, the fact that Ghana's position today encouraging the relationship or supporting the work of the Burkinabe government, and so if jihadists have issues with the government, they would reasonably see Ghanaians as a means of attack.
So that's your point.
Exactly so.
That's President Mahama or Ghana's relationship with Tuareg is to blame.
They are all mixed and they are all part. These are all matters that if you're talking about your intelligence and security briefing and the relationship, our foreign relationship and our engagement with our partners in those countries, we should also be careful about the way we respond to these things.
What happened to good neighborliness? What should the government of Ghana be doing? Say that because you are undemocratic, we don't want to have anything to do with you. Is that it?
No.
Okay.
We've had several instances where there have been military juntas across West Africa. There's been position of ECOWAS in these matters. Governments of Ghana have always called for these countries to come back to multi-party democracy. But then, if you put a posture whereby you go ahead and endorse to the extent that in celebrating your independence, you invite that government into your territory, into your celebration with arms on him, then what kind of security signal are you giving to the nation? And secondly, he talked about intelligence and preempting these matters. How come we did not get this intelligence? what has been the travel advisory that we've been talking about? If your intelligence is apt and right, you would have sent signals to Ghanaians that because of this situation, our review have indicated that there are heightened security concerns, and so travelers be guided. Why are we now issuing travel advisory today and not then? If our security was on point.
It was.
What
advisories were issued.
When?
In fact, targeted advisories were issued.
To who?
To stakeholders, like I indicated, the tomato sellers, the transport unions.
When?
Even as early as this year, travel advisories were issued. And you know, it wasn't constricted to just Burkina Faso.
No.
Even traders going to Togo, Mali, and other places were all engaged.
Burkina Faso. We know what is happening in Togo, and the travel advisories, when the problem started in Togo, we knew how governments responded by putting up those advisory. I have checked. Questioning indicators saying that he asked your team to check if there had been previous issuance of travel advisories to our people, and there was none. So if you tell me travel advisories are not hidden, they are public documents.
It depends.
No.
It depends.
If you are
we could have targeted advisories. We have public
tomato farmers. To tomato farmers,
sellers,
traders, to tomato traders, this wouldn't be a secret advisory to them. It would have been a public information to them. So where we are coming from is that there has been a government failure in this. You see, it is not for political gains. It is for us to check because there are Ghanaians who are dead.
So what does the minority want to be done?
We have said that there's much more to what we are
First
doing.
Appoint a defense minister, then what?
That is something I'm surprised the president, how many months down the line, has not. And I know, as we speak now, he is taking counsel in that regard.
He had promised that after the Christmas festivities, New Year festivities.
He did. He
would do that.
And this is where we are
in
today.
February.
Yes. You see, so there is more to the information we are receiving from government.
Okay.
So the call is for government. Parliament have asked the minister to come and give a briefing to us.
Right.
We've also asked for a bipartisan committee to look into it more so that we can get the sides of all stakeholders, because we need to also protect and preempt future occurrences. If my brother's source tells him that government is doing well, we need to test it. Because to you, government might be doing their best. But maybe when we all have the opportunity, if I say we, I mean those who matter in terms of the security conversation, there might be other concerns or advice that could also come on board to make it better. All I want to see is that this situation doesn't happen again.